Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Jackson Fish Room coming at you with a new video. In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 things I knew before I got my first betta fish. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, do all that fun stuff, subscribe, join the family, click the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and let's jump right into it. 5 things I knew before I got my first betta fish. This is number 1. Every betta fish has a different personality, just like people. Some betta fish are really nice and get along with other fish, like my betta fish here, Dubs. He gets along with the zebra danios in here, the pandagara, the mono shrimp, and the green tiger barb. Where I have 3 other betta fish and they don't get along with any other fish. They have to be kept by themselves. So number 1 tip would be every betta fish has a different personality. Sometimes you can get a betta fish that gets along with other species of fish and shrimp. And then you'll get some betta fish that are just meant to be by themselves. Tip number 2 for 5 things I knew before I got my first betta fish would be betta fish, when you buy them from a fish store, they're usually in a little cup, but luckily betta fish get bought so much that they're not in the cups very long, which I still think the cup idea is wrong for betta fish. They're just like any other fish. Other fish get to be in tanks at pet stores, so why can't betta fish? But the thing is, betta fish, they're usually housed in a really small aquarium or a fish bowl. My recommendation would be keep a betta fish in a 5-gallon and up. You'll have a happy, healthy, thriving betta fish. Number 3 would be, is the betta fish I'm buying healthy? Well, if you're a beginner fish keeper and you're looking to get a betta fish for your first fish, or you're just starting a hobby and you don't know what fish to get, a betta fish would be a great fish to buy. They're hardy, they're healthy for the most part. You can get betta fish that have ick or other parasites just like other fish, but 99% of the time you're going to get a betta fish that hasn't been with any other fish or anything like that from a wholesaler, and they go to the pet store and they're still by themselves, and you got a really good chance of getting a healthy fish. You still want to take it home, quarantine it with ICX and stuff like that. But other than that, you're going to usually come home with a really healthy betta fish. And just make sure they have a 5-gallon and up. Make sure you have a heater in that aquarium, because betta fish are tropical fish. They need a heater in their aquarium unless you live in a warm climate, stuff like that. But if you see a betta fish and he's acting like this, like the one I got here, Dubs from KG Tropicals, they sent it out to me, and he's been thriving. He's personable, he's active, really healthy, great fins. So just look for that when you're buying a betta fish. Are they active? Are they eating? Do they have good fins? Stuff like that, and you'll know if the fish is healthy or not. My number 4 tip would be betta fish tank mates. Can betta fish go with other fish? Yes and no. They can go with shrimp. They can go with other peaceful fish like zebra danios, white cloud minnows, pandagara, stuff like that. They can go with snails also, but it just all depends on your betta fish and their personality. Like, I have 4 betta fish in my fish room. This one, Dubs, is the only betta fish I have that can go with other fish. The other 3 betta fish I got just like being by themselves, and they don't get along with any other fish or shrimp or snails. So that's why Dubs gets tank mates and my other 3 bettas don't. They just live by themselves, because it just all depends on your betta fish's personality. But tank mates for betta fish can happen, and it does make your betta fish more personable, more active, and things like that. My number 5 tip would be just spend time with your betta fish. Interact with them, hang out with them, sit down and watch them, talk to them, just all those things. Betta fish are really personable if you work with them and spend time with them. They'll get on your schedule, your movements, when you're going to feed them, when you're going to visit them, and they just sit right in front of the tank waiting for you to come up to the tank and talk to them, interact with them, play with them. Like Dubs right now, he knows I'm filming him. He's interacting with me. This is about the time I come in to the fish room and hang out with all the fish, spend time with them, feed them. And he knows my schedule. He knows when he's going to get fed and interacted with. And look at this. He just goes nuts and has fun. And he knows I'm going to feed him and talk to him. And he loves coming up to my finger and flaring up at me. He just has a great personality. And betta fish are all like that. They're personable. They just want to be loved and given attention and all that. So spend time with your betta fish, interact with them, and you're going to have a happy, awesome fish that you're going to have for hopefully years and years of fun with them.